Cosmetics. It's a luxury yet socially responsible beauty company. Before I go into my product, I wanted to give you a background on myself. When I began college, I was a marketing and business major, but I found that really unfulfilling. I could never imagine myself, you know, working for a corporation, climbing that ladder. So I came to Brooklyn College and I majored in biology and health and nutrition. I wanted to be a doctor, but when I learned more about the medical industry, it wasn't as altruistic as I thought it'd be. I was always creative and an artistic person. One of the ways I released that was through makeup. I was always creating beauty products, moisturizers, scrubs, lip gloss in my kitchen and sharing it with my friends and family. So because of that, I've been working as a freelance makeup artist for the last 5 years. My company's first product line that's being launched is called Panda Brushes. The line is going to consist of 4 sets of makeup brushes, an essential 7-piece set that combines face and eye brushes, a 5-piece elite eye set, a 4-piece kabuki set, and a 5-piece face set. While working as a freelance makeup artist, I use many brushes ranging from high-end to low-end. Most brushes are made from animal hair that is not harvested humanely. An example of animals that are used are badgers, weasels, sables, squirrels, and goats. And the methods that the animal hair is harvested is skinning, gassing, and freezing. And studies have shown that animal hair brushes trap and hold dirt and bacteria in their strands. Many people also have allergies to the proteins and dangers that are found in the brushes. There are also certain brands that make a claim they're cruelty-free or eco-friendly, but what most people don't know is that they're owned by a larger conglomerate that sells animal hair brushes as well. So I tried to find a brand that combines a quality professional product with a completely sustainable and synthetic alternative, but I could not find one. So I decided to create my own. In my brushes, the bristles contain no animal hair and are made from DuPont natural fill fibers. I decided to go with DuPont because they patented this new process which makes synthetic fibers closely resemble natural hair. They created a bristle that has a soft but structured surface that's able to hold makeup well and releases it upon contact with the skin. The handle is made from bamboo, and the ferrule, which is, if you've ever saw a brush before, it's usually the metal piece that connects the bristles to the handle, is made from recycled aluminum. My makeup brushes are 100% cruelty-free and earth-conscious. The entire brand is earth-conscious and still maintains a high degree of professionalism and luxury. My target market is women ages 18 to 45, and while building this brand, for me, one of the most important things is to make sure that all customers experience a high degree of satisfaction and service. So all the money that I'm making, I'm reinvesting to make the product better, and proceeds from each sale is going to the World Wildlife Fund to help with panda conservation, hence the name Panda Brushes. Where I am in this process is designing the packaging and which is really important because of the luxury branding. It's what separates me from all the drugstore brand brushes. The product will not use any plastic wrap, and it also will contain reusable, recyclable, and renewable materials. My team consists of myself and my partner. My partner has his own internet marketing company, and he's experienced with SEO and online advertising. I'm working doing product design, package design, and branding. I wanted to partner with online makeup bloggers and send them my product in return for reviews. But I want to get the word out by having contests through social media, giveaways, word of mouth, press kits, and generate buzz about the product before I start selling. I'm also trying to figure out a way how to get into the celebrity swag bags that they're giving out at charity events related to earth conservation. Right now, I'm also keeping very, very lean on expenses. I'm working from home and doing mostly everything myself. And I'm going to be selling my product through my website and Amazon to start with. And my future goals for my company are I want to sell on HSN and QVC, I want to sell in Sephora or Ulta, and I want to expand Spark into more than just a makeup brush company, but I also want to do skincare, natural organic skincare as well. Thank you.
Back to the presentation. Any questions at all?
How did you put the brush together? Did you find all the parts yourself and assemble it yourself, or you contracted it to somebody?
I actually was going through finding the perfect manufacturer. So I went through many manufacturers, having them send me samples, and I'm contacting DuPont because they also have their own manufacturers. We're trying to work out I don't want to say cheap, but like,
Cost effective.
yeah, cost effective, but also, quick, easy method to get them made fast and, start selling.
Okay, well, good job.
First off, I want to start off by saying I've had so many random business ideas. I mean, I thought about restaurants. I thought about starting up a like a tea spot. Like there's places for coffee, but not enough for tea. And I had a bunch of different ideas, but anyway, changed everything. I came across this article when we first had to start writing about what we want to do and started getting ideas. And I found this article in the Post, and it's basically about how much social media has impacted everybody. And in 2005, there was 6.6 billion people on social networks, and in 2011, it's 81 billion people that are on these social networks. So the article, it's just a short, brief article, but it shows that 27% of people are on social networks, 27% of people are starting to watch videos, 39% of people have smartphones, and 33% of people have computer tablets. I really think this is going to increase, and everybody's always looking for something that's convenient, something that's quick. So things that became really popular obviously have been Facebook, Twitter, things like that. But there's also negative connotations to it. People say stuff like your attention is in places when you should be studying, and you see people glued to their phones, and you even see a lot of children on these websites. You're supposed to be 18, but they're really not 18. I mean, my sister's 13, I have nieces, nephews, they're 10 years old. If you go to elementary schools, I mean, children will ask you, what's your Facebook page, and they're not even supposed to be on it. So I wanted to follow this trend of social networking and the internet and everything, since it's, I think being an entrepreneur, you kind of have to follow trends. Like, personally, I'm a very traditional person. I sit down, I read books, and I like to flip the pages, but things are changing now. People are downloading ebooks. They want to do everything online. They have everything accessible to them, on the go. You want to do things while you're on the train or from the convenience of your own home. So I wanted to think of a social network that benefits people in educational ways. So I thought of tutoring, which you mentioned earlier, but my twist on it's a little bit different. I was
Don't worry, the
thinking,
licensing fee is not that expensive.
I wanted to create a social network where people can chat with each other through FaceTime and actually sell their own tutoring. So you'd be using the site to sell your own. If you're a tutor, you can actually create an account and tutor through this website. So whatever, if you charge, we would charge a percentage out of whatever you're charging people. And it's a mutual thing, it's not like you need somebody from like a top professor or anything. But I mean, if you see here at Brooklyn College, people are meeting up in, they're meeting up in the library, internet cafes, Starbucks, places like that, which are places that I want to actually use to promote this social network. Another thing about it is, when it comes to education, people, I feel like, we have short attention spans. We want to constantly stay interested. We want to constantly stay up to date on what's new. And that's most important when you're trying to build a career, or even if you have just one class that you're trying to get an A in, or something, you want as much knowledge about just that one subject area. So on the social network, you can type in keywords if you're interested in biology, and I want all the latest news on that to update, and ideas, blogs that people generate. But I want to make it as scholarly as possible. I don't want there to be distractions, like people updating about the weather and how they feel on certain topics. I want it to be as educational as possible, but also interesting, keeping people wanting to sign on, people wanting to be a part of it. Also, I want there to be options to sell sell books. So instead of sell books and laptops and things for education, so instead of having to go to a separate site like Amazon and eBay and things like that when you're going to search for books, I mean, if you have interest with other people and you're talking about a specific specific concepts such as math or biology, these people are going to be the ones that have the books that you need. They're going to have the materials that you need. So if you can sell them on this site, you don't have to search around. You know, it might even just be brought to your attention that, okay, I have this might be suitable for you, and this site would generate revenue from that. And my goal is to make like when you look at other sites that sell, their percentages of sales usually differ depending on how expensive the product is and what you're selling. But I want there to be a fixed rate that's compatible with other sellers on the internet. Also, the target group for social media and all this technology is really for ages 18 to 34. But like I said before, there's children. These children want to be involved. It's like before you're 21, you want to be in a bar, and I don't see why there should be restrictions on a child being involved in these things. So I want my website to be accessible to children, possibly have educational games that they can learn from, and also, become part of this group that they can talk about in school. But it would all be positive things for their education. Possible name I was thinking is Click, so you can be part of the Click. And that's about it. I mean, basically, just to get knowledge out there, communication, and that's my idea.
My business is actually pretty simple. It's a temporary business just for like the summer. And I'm thinking of doing a temporary tattoo business by the beach, like an airbrush tattoo business. And I got the idea first from like going to amusement parks and seeing how they sell. They have those temporary tattoos, and they usually have like stick-on ones and stuff like that. And I looked into it myself because I do airbrushing for other stuff. So I looked into the airbrushing tattoo business, and I found that the margins are absolutely insane. It costs almost nothing for each product to be given out, each tattoo. It's only $1, and then you can charge anywhere from $10 to $15 for one. So the margins on that are really good. The advertising, one thing I like about it is really if you do it by like a beach or by a boardwalk or somewhere where people hang out in the summer, you don't have to really pay for like newspaper advertising or anything like that, because it's not something people are really going to travel to you to get. So you don't need people all over like the city to know about you. It's just the people that are there. They see it, they get it on the spot, and maybe show it to their friends, and that's advertising in itself. People ask, "Oh, where'd you get that?" Or, "Oh, yeah, who's doing those?" And then, so that's free advertising pretty much. You don't have to pay for any of that. And I was planning on, the equipment for it would be about $200 a person for how many people you had working there. It's for all the machinery that we need to do the spray painting. And with about $40 worth of tattoo ink, you could sell up to 100 tattoos pretty much. So that's about $1,000 worth of tattoos for $40 of ink. And then I would be doing it through paying people on commission. So they would get 20% of whatever they sold. So you could have as many people as were interested in joining in on the business. You could have 3 to 10, but if you don't sell anything, you don't lose anything. You just don't make on them. So then basically I was planning on doing it for about 4 hours a day from Friday to Saturday. Friday to Sunday, since that's like everyone's off from work, everyone goes to the beach and stuff like that. So, and it would be really short work. And then pretty much you could do about 10 tattoos an hour, so that's $90 profit given the $10 it would cost for the actual materials of the ink. So then that's about $90 profit per hour per worker you have, and they would be making $18. So for a lot of like teenagers and stuff that would want to make a quick buck, could do it on the weekend and make $18 an hour for like 12 hours a weekend. So
That's good profit margin.
really high. And then you could, I like that you could do promotions, like, because a lot of people will get them, like the kid gets them, and then they're like siblings or their friends want to get one. So you can do, since the profit margins are so high, you can give one where it's like buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free, and you're still making a ton of money. Like
It's a great
margins.
seasonal entrepreneur type of business to get into that kind of business, Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okey-doke, any questions from the class?
The people you're gonna hire, don't you have to train them to do airbrushing? How are they gonna
It would
do
take about like half an hour to train them to do it. Yeah, it's very simple. It's not. It's all based based on stenciling. So if you could just.
You don't need a license or
Yeah.
anything to do that?
That's I'm looking at not to do it. You don't need it. I'm looking into the license to be able to sell on like a boardwalk.
Oh,
So
very
I
good
figure out
questions
that.
though. You think
Yeah.
maybe a health license to do
Yeah.
that, but I guess the airbrush, you go from airbrush to actual tattoo artist, you know, after that. Okay, good idea.
My name is Giaz Khan. The kind of business I would like to go in is a sporting store. It's not a unique business, but I believe I'm gonna open it up in my neighborhood of Bensonhurst, and there's not a lot of sporting business stores over there. There's one like Woodell's and one private owned, so I believe I can do pretty good in there. I just need I'm gonna try to open a store around a school or a park because there's a lot of people there always. So and also that way the word could spread that there is like a new sporting business store. I haven't put too much thought into it, but I would really like to go into it. The thing that will make my business unique is that I'm gonna offer quality prices, like on good products, and like if you notice that in like hotels and stuff, they don't have a lot of jerseys and sneakers, which are like you can find like those things in any other business store. So my business store would have like jerseys from like different teams out of New York, different states, like I don't know, like Memphis Grizzlies, Arizona Cardinals, whatever. So that would be a good thing, I believe. Some sneakers too, like which are like retro, you cannot find them that much. So I believe that would be would help my business. The way to market my business is I would try to make flyers, throw them out, just pay some kids to do it for me, and advertise in local news if I can afford to, and in the newspaper too. Yeah, so basically that's my business.
Okay.
Supporting the store.
Hey, an interesting business idea. You know, it just dawned on me after hearing you speak that nobody has ever tried like a Costco for sporting goods. Like drop dead low prices on everything, you know, in sporting goods, discontinued
Yeah,
models.
there's a lot of margin on it, and like if you notice, like, a lot of people don't care. They just want like some athletic stuff. So if you can buy like cheap shorts, whatever, and sell them if you got it for like $1, $2, and you can sell them for like $5, you're still making a good profit on it. And
Very good.
In Bensonhurst, there's I mean, there's not a lot of rent. The rent is not that high, and I believe that all you gotta do is just make even if you make double what's costing you, you can still do pretty good in the business. Yeah.
Any questions?
I don't know like the laws or anything with customizable stuff, but I see like a lot of customizable jerseys, like what I understand. I don't, besides the websites, again, I don't know the rights or anything
Yeah.
like that, but if you were to do that, I don't see anyone really doing that, like in person, like, hey, you know, we have a little kiosk here in the store, this is what I want on it, da, da, da.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I actually had it down my paper too. I didn't say it, but I was not thinking exactly what you were saying. I was thinking about like maybe just having T-shirts, and I think there's this machine that you can put your own name on the like a regular shirt, and you know if there's like a lot of tournaments going on in the like small parks, you can encourage tournaments to go on because like I know me hang out in Bensonhurst. I realize that in every park. Like kids, they normally like do like 3-on-3. Like, oh, this kid from this park, they wanna play against the other park. So there's a lot of like basketball stuff going on. So you can encourage them to buy like shirts with their name on it, their team's name, number, whatever they want. So I think it's
I think you have a good idea up
Yeah.
there. You should flesh that one out. All right, thanks,
My name is Eniola, and the business that I plan to go into is a retail business. I'm actually from Africa. I'm a Nigerian, and I realized that the retailing sector in my economy is relatively low. The only retailing company that I know in my country is ShopRite, and ShopRite sells consumer goods and they are perishable. And I want to go into retailing business, the fashion aspect of it, because Nigerians love fashion. They you know, when you tell them, oh, I got this stuff from America, they would, you know, pay so much for it. So I decided to, the reason why I know that this business will be successful because of the high population and the high demand for, you know, fashion goods back home. And I decided to test the waters by going to stores. I would take pictures, put them on my BBM, and just, you know, take pictures of shoes, clothes, accessories, put them on my phone, and, you know, write for sale. And I got so much response. People started ordering for like 35 pairs of shoes, clothes, and, you know, so many things. And so I decided to use that opportunity to create a page on Facebook. I created a page on Facebook, and the response I got was quite impressive and encouraging. So people started placing orders for goods back home. Some people placed like $2,000 worth of goods over here. I have to rush down to stores looking for discounts so I could make my own profit out of it, buying things for them, and then I ship it back to them. So currently what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look for maybe like a supplier back here, so where I could, maybe like a wholesaler, a supplier of shoes, or maybe here or China, but I'm still thinking about it.
Restaurant. I have this idea because where I live, they basically don't have any, so I would always have to come around Flatbush and stuff.
Could you hear him in the back? Just a little louder, Joe, if you can. Thanks.
So I would always have to come to Flatbush whenever I want to buy Haitian food and stuff like that. So me and my brothers decided that it would be best if we started our own. But the thing is, if we started in my neighborhood, it's probably not going to do so well. So we thought, since they already have a few on the Flatbush area, but the way they operate, they don't seem like regular restaurants. So you just walk in, buy food, and get out, type thing. So what we were thinking about doing is have tables, music, radios, everything, but mainly in Creole type thing. So when Haitians come, they would hang out together, listen to the news, everything in the Haitian language type thing.
So it'd be really for the Haitian community. Their stations, their music, their whole thing.
Yeah.
You're not really looking for outside people for now.
No, we're not limiting to outsiders, but thing is, with the Haitian restaurants they have now, they kind of operate like fast food type of restaurants. So you just go and buy your food and get out. So people don't really sit down and have menus and stuff like that at those restaurants. So we're trying to change that and have a real set-up type of restaurant.
Sounds like you're doing something a little bit different. So good luck with that, okay? All right.
Everyone, my name is King. The business idea I want to propose today is about combining two things into one, and they are art and fashion. If I say this is a new idea, you might think that's not true. Yeah, of course. There's some fashion brands or designer already doing that kind of thing. For example, like designer Versace, Paul Smith, Missoni, and this one most of you may know, Ed Hardy. They already do this kind of thing. They all put their art into fashion or their clothing, but they all have one problem. Similar problem to all these brands is they all can only do one style of art, the style of the main designer, because the brand already got tied up by the name and they cannot do other stuff. Use Ed Hardy as example again. they cannot sell anything besides the designer, the tattoo artist, Christian something, style clothing or accessory. That's why you saw so many kids wearing Ed Hardy stuff a couple years ago, but not so much, not a lot in these 2 years. Not only because the trends are over, also people got tired of similar things. My brand is totally different. Styles will be unlimited. We don't have any main designer to set one style of our brand. Anyone can be our designer. And of course, they are all artists. And the idea of my business is I will make a program with my brand to attract any artist anywhere to send their artwork to us. If we and my marketing team see any of those are marketable, we contact the artist. We make a contract and agreement with them. We turn this art into clothing, like t-shirt, dress, scarf, anything. And of course, we split the profit with the artist. For example, like 50% or 20% of the same price, or certain percentage of less or gross profit, whatever. Anyway, we make it fair. And we promise we won't use any art from those artists until they have a contract or agreement with us. So they will have confidence on the program and my company in order to send the art. I believe if we manage the program well, many talented artists would want to try doing business with my company, because many artists are poor, struggling, but also they're talented. Even they don't care about money or being rich, most of them would like other people to know their existence, at least the existence of the art. Not all of them can have a chance to put their art in museum or a fancy gallery, but it doesn't mean they are no good. They may just don't have the chance or network to do so. My company and the program will give them a chance to change their life. And of course, they are helping our company to make profit too. It's fair, a voluntary exchange. My idea is not just about selling clothes. This program is a platform for unknown artists to expose their art to public through fashion or clothing as a medium. Like anyone can make app for iPhone or Android. The clothes we are selling will come with a tag, and the tag will have a description of the artist and the art itself. If it's a t-shirt, we can even put name or signature of the artist on it. And one more thing, a portion of our sales income will go to charity. For example, we use the charity fund to buy art supply stuff for donation to the poor children around the world. So customers will also shop for a good cause. We don't need to worry about making profit. We manage the number good. We only make little less profit by doing that, and it can help double or triple our sales volume. So we will only gain more than lose by doing that charity thing. Again,
quick question: how many of you would buy from King's store? Sounds awesome, right? Almost your whole class validated your idea, King. It's a very good idea. It's one of the best ideas we've heard here. Some t-shirt companies. Does anyone know the t-shirt company that does that has monthly contests and the winners' t-shirts go up? So I've heard of this idea in some formats, but never in such a creative way like you did, where you take all artists, and you're right, I haven't seen anybody in an Ed Hardy t-shirt in 2 years. I used to wait online for 3 hours to get that hat. I mean, so giving artists that kind of venue to put their things on, t-shirts, sneakers, hats, and break new artists and go partners with new artists, is one of the more creative ideas that we heard today. Take one last question, then I want to show you this last segment, and then we'll get out of here. Go ahead.
I have a question. I just know I went to LaGuardia High School of Art, and I know all the artists would have jumped all over that idea. So that's
They would have jumped all over that idea. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Okay, well, thank you.
ideas and talking to my dad. He does so much. You know, I learn a lot from him. And throughout the past few years, I know my dad's going to publish a couple of books. This is a children's book called Maddie Goes to Camp, and I photographed the books. I've been a camp counselor for a few years, and one of my passions is working with kids. I love working with them, teaching them, educating them. So they cry a lot, so I figured if I made a book and showed them how much camp really is a great place to be and learn and grow, and show them all like the great things about it, that it would really help them. So this is one that I made, and a second one is a bilingual book, Phoebe the Confident Second Grader. I'm half Cuban, so I figured if I kind of integrated where I'm from, and it's a lesson about how sometimes people can be shy, but if you're, you know, if you have someone to help you and motivate you, kind of like some of my dad, he's motivated me to kind of just do what I love, write books, do kind of whatever my passion is, and follow it. So I decided to make this book to kind of inspire young ones and elder people who ever read the book to kind of just do what you love and just follow a path wherever it may lead you. And yeah, so.
All right, well, thanks a lot for coming to class tonight.